Hello people! It's been some time since I've actually loaded this thing up. I've been messing with a few different video and audio programs people have recommended to me, and they confused me. I'm a computer geek, but as far as audio video goes, I don't know anything, so it's like a completely new experience. Plus I'm trying to learn how to do a little more advanced web page design with Flash and Java and all this fun stuff, so I have headaches a lot. But let us get on to some toys. I was going through my latest listing thing, which is a ton of strategy guides. I mean, I got like 50 or so here that I'm all listing over this Labor Day weekend, and just doing a bunch of auctions just to get rid of some items. But I got Shadowrun here for the Xbox 360, which looks like an awesome game. And it got me thinking about Shadowrun toys, which, as far as I know, there hasn't been a lot of, per se, toys. But I remember I was working for a comic book store, I guess this was maybe 6-7 years ago, and they came out with a Shadowrun Duels series. It was, let's say maybe about a year or two after the whole Mage Knight HeroClix began. HeroClix still does pretty well, Mage Knight not so well. I get them a lot to do customs, or just decorative because they're cool. So I'm going to show you some of the fun Shadowrun toys that came out, and you probably never knew existed, and you'll probably never be able to find because no one bought them and they stopped making them. Here's the concept. You have Shadowrun figure. He's tall. Like, all the cliques were maybe, 2 inches tall. I'm trying to see if I have one around here. They're all over my house. Don't have one handy that I can find. Anyway, most of the cliques are like an inch or two tall for the HeroClix and the Mage Knight. The Shadowrun was full-size action figures, like 6 to 8 inches, mounted onto a little platform that you could easily move around. Now you could customize this figure depending on what items you put on them. Like, each figure would come with 6 or 7 different weapons, and depending on which weapon he was holding depends on his attack ability. So you could customize the figure instead of miniatures where in Warhammer and such you have to paint them. This you could just trade out different items. Cool thing about this is you get 2 or 3 different characters, and you could customize different weapons from different characters onto that same person. Had a lot of potential, but no one was really familiar with the Shadowrun universe, and still isn't. The game hopefully brings a little more familiarity, and they could probably do a decent MMORPG out of it, but nothing else. I'm going to go into Lego Batman. They're coming out with a Lego Batman game, which looks hilarious. They haven't... I'm trying to remember who's done voiceovers. I've been reading so much on Batman because they're also coming out with an Arkham Asylum video game, which is going to be Joker takes over the asylum and Batman's trapped inside. It's using the Unreal 3 engine, and they're not letting go who's doing voices for what. Hopefully they get Mark Hamill for the Joker. Anyway, that's a whole other series. That's video games. Okay, Lego Batman. They got the game coming out. Well, of course, they have the toys. They had a few toys before, but now they've gone completely extreme for cross-promotion between movie, video game, blah, 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 blah. So, you have Batman, the Lego figure, Robin, Joker, Harley Quinn, who doesn't love Harley Quinn? She is beautiful, seductive, good dresser, and she has a giant Lego mallet. Okay, that thing cracks me up, especially because if you think about it, you could get some more blocks and modify it to make it a bigger mallet. So I want a mallet like bigger than my house, and if I ever get to that point, I'll photograph it and put it somewhere on the internet. I'm going to hide it on the internet. I want only a few people to be able to find it. You got Mr. Freeze and the Penguin. The only thing is, Lego bodies are all the same, so the Penguin really isn't fat. But the cool thing about this, there's little tiny penguin henchmen. Little tiny penguins. Little tiny penguins! With guns. Probably not the best role model for children, animals with guns. But hey, that's what they want, that's what they got. And then you have generic henchmen, because you need a lot of those.